Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Emanuel Perez. I am becoming a movie star.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ricki, and welcome to another episode of Becominga.podcast. And this episode is very special to me because I have a very special castmate that I have on here, and he is Emanuel. Woo!
What's up? What's going on?
All right, so
Thank you for having me here.
No, thank
seriously.
you for coming. I really appreciate you. So to start off, I'm Ricki, if you didn't know. This will be on video and on audio, so if you rather listen to this in your car, you can listen to it on all the streaming platforms, you know, Apple, Spotify, you know the girls. So just check me out there if you want to listen to the audio. But Becominga.podcast is doing a video series, and this is Becoming a Movie Star with Emanuel. And a little backstory behind this is we met at Disney.
Yeah.
He is a cast member just like I am. Duh. But we weren't, a couple of months ago?
Well, that's a
we
whole
just
story.
got rehired.
We just got back.
So it's great. And now my friend is doing movies. So,
it's
yeah.
kind of crazy, kind of wild.
It's wild. But let's start off with just tell us about yourself.
Tell me about, okay, yeah, definitely, yeah. So a little bit about myself. My name is Emanuel Perez, like you guys know very well already. I'm from Oviedo, Florida, born and raised here in Orlando. So, you know, natural Floridian, native Floridian. And so I would say a little bit about me. I'm a charismatic, comedic lad, you know, just who eats Pop-Tarts in the morning. And like I said, but just by dinner, you will be my lifelong friend, like forever.
That's true. That's
so
true.
That's kind of that's kind of who I am.
Yeah. Okay. So Disney.
Disney. Yes.
Was that your goal to work there, or you just ended up being there? Like, what's the story behind you being at Disney?
Kind of crazy, actually. So at first, I'm not gonna lie, Disney's always been in my backyard, right? So it's kind of like your neighborhood playground, if you will. And so I always thought Disney was special. I visited as the parks when I was a kid growing up, but I thought if I were to work for the company, if I were to work for the theme parks, that it would take a little bit of that Disney magic away. And it's actually amplified it by 1,000. And I'm really, really glad that I actually came to the company.
Yeah.
Because now I have such a deep appreciation for everything there. And it's such a fun time. It's great people. I've met and had the best experiences of my life in Disney.
Yeah.
That's the absolute truth. So.
Yeah. I can say when we had to turn in our uniforms and stuff, I cried.
My heart broke.
Yeah. I didn't know I was gonna feel those emotions, and when it happened, I just it was tears, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you and me both.
Like, this is it. This is the end of my Disney career. But it wasn't, because we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
You know, it's kind of crazy. You never know what you have until you lose it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those things. Disney was definitely that for me too, where I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I've been here, and I've appreciated it the entire time. And then when we lost it, I was like, oh my God, like this is real deal, like a part of who I was.
Yeah.
Part of who I am.
Yeah. Because even seeing y'all online and just seeing y'all, and I was like, I can't hang with y'all. Like, I mean, I can, but also it's just like we're not working together as a group and just being together, and it was a lot. But
so yeah,
but now we're back, so
I'm so happy. I woke up my entire household when I got the phone call. I actually screamed. Like I was like so hype.
Yeah.
So ecstatic to be back. So
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I got the call, and I was like, "Excuse me, what?
Hello?
Hello? You talking to me? Oh, okay." So during the lockdown, is this when you decided to become an actor, or like what happened during the lockdown?
Wow. Okay, so during the lockdown, a lot of things happened, actually. You know, for many people, of course, it was a time that none of us were expecting.
Right.
We were, from March to December, for Disney cast members, we were furloughed. So it was a difficult time because we were trying to figure out, like, this waiting period. It was just constantly, day by day, week by week, month by month, trying to figure out, are we coming back yet? Are we coming back yet? What's happening? And so, given that there was so much time, I decided, you know, I think it was like a good 8 months in or so, that I'm like, well, I don't know if we're coming back or not fully, so let me just take a push towards my career, what I actually have always wanted to do, and hopefully eventually with Disney, I'll be able to also perform as well in entertainment.
Okay.
Another goal of mine there, but I was like, okay, let me take this opportunity and do my research, send the emails, get the bookings, and make the right connections, make those relationships happen. That's really what I decided to do. And kid you not, it's as simple as I hopped on Google. I literally looked up a bunch of stuff, looked up the things that I wanted to do, things I could see myself be in, found the right emails, right contacts, and started shooting some emails. And sure enough, I landed.
And that's so funny you said that, because when I was in film school, my teacher told us to go on IMDb and look up productions and look up the production companies and emails.
Yes.
And that's
literally what I did.
Yeah.
I figured there has to be a source of how to get in. There's everything has a source of some sort.
It does, yeah.
So, and I'm like, all right, so if I want to break into this industry, right? If I want to get into acting, what's the source? The source is, in this case, find out who the production companies are. Find out who are the casting directors themselves. See if they're on any social medias, Facebooks, Instagrams. See if they have their personal websites, and a lot of times they do.
Oh.
And on there, you 9 times out of 10 will find some type of information, and a lot of times free casting calls just right on the page. And that's how I ended up landing. My first production, which was with Ozark season 4.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no, swear. No, that was the first one. That was my first union set I've ever been on. And that was the first thing I did professionally.
And that's all from research?
Literally all of it from research.
That's pro tip. Pro tip.
Yeah.
Do your research, people. Tip right here.
Do your research. You will find.
That is awesome. So after you did that, now you did your research, but also what about acting classes?
Okay, so interesting with that. I have a little bit of background in theater. I took some classes back in high school.
Okay.
I took a film class in high school as well. That's how I fell in love with film to begin with. But classes-wise, I've been training heavily since April. So I started in November of 2020, my professional acting career, but I didn't actually start taking professional acting classes and training until April of 2021.
Okay.
So my coach, her name is Ashley Ann Wood. I love Ashley. Give her a little shout out because she's amazing. She's based out of here in Orlando, Windermere area.
Okay.
I train every single week with her, and then every other day that I'm not training with her, I'm training on my own. Reading monologue scripts, all the above, screenplays, and straight up watching movies and film, and TV shows, because that's
how you learn
part
your
of your
craft.
research.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's really how that happened. But that's what I do. That's what I do day in, day out, even on my tired days.
Yeah, because you have in order to learn your craft, you got to research it, you got to practice, you got to do it. That's it.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, listen. Like everyone knows, the industry is saturated. But don't get me wrong. Like any other industry, we have a ton of people that are in it. In order for you to stand out, you have to do a little bit more. And be at the right place at the right time is a lot of it for sure. Making the right relationships is the most important part. Mm-hmm. Building and talking to people. Networking. Definitely, I would say number one key. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with that being said, so we know you got on Ozark.
Yeah.
So what other films are you working on or have done?
Well, from what I can
that
talk
you can
about,
talk about,
we can talk about. I know, NDA forms, those are things that certain things we can't talk about. But for sure, we started off with Ozark season 4, like I said.
Okay.
I got a good featured role on there. I actually popped up on the newest trailer The Ozark trailer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You showed it on your YouTube, right?
Yeah, on my YouTube, my Instagram.
That's it.
And I'm not gonna lie, I woke up. So the day that they released it all, it was Netflix doing their big event, was showing all the new stuff coming out. I didn't watch it on the day of. I watched it the next day. I knew that they had the event, but I was too busy. I was doing some stuff, and I woke up the next morning, and I was like, yo, that's right, the Ozark trailer came out. This is the first footage for the next season, so let me see what they have going on.
Yeah.
Sure enough, within the first 10 seconds, I popped there with Felix, or Navarro, as everyone knows in the show.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I went crazy. I went like...
You're on the trailer.
All the pillows in my bed, I was just literally throwing things. I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
That's awesome.
Am happy, God. Like I wasn't expecting to be on the trailer. I knew I was in the show. The trailer, that was
an added bonus.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's great.
So yeah, Ozark. I did Spider-Man, of course. That's what we're here. Talk a little bit about that, and then I also did Miss Marvel, the new Disney Plus series that's going to be coming out, debuting early 2022. So I have a co-star recurring role there, which is really awesome. I'll be on episode 2 and episode 6. So be sure to check that out once that releases. I am hype about. You guys are going to love that show. It's a 6-episode series.
They love these 6 episodes like we're in the UK.
Right.
Because that's how UK shows, I feel like, are all like 6.
Is it all like that, really?
6 or 8 episodes. They don't go that long, I feel. Like certain shows, they do.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Actually, that's pretty cool because it keeps you like on edge. You want more.
It does.
Gives you just enough.
Just a little bit. Just a wee little bit. Terrible accent.
That's all right. You get some training.
I need to train more. I need to hone my crafts of speaking in British. Okay, I'm terrible. So you said like study your craft. So is there any more advice or lessons you can give people that you've learned so far from acting?
Yeah, for sure. I would say a couple of things. All right, first and foremost, definitely, this is what I stand by. If you don't ask, you shall not receive. Mm-hmm. If you don't ask, you shall not receive. I really stand by that because I learned being on these sets that, of course, be wary, be mindful of everything that's happening. Don't just ask directors, producers, PAs, whoever on sets, even the A-list actors, whoever that's on there in the wrong time. If we're in the middle of some takes or like you see that they're really focused, be mindful of that. But if you don't ask, period, especially when you're a little bit confused about what's happening on set, please ask somebody. That is so key. A lot of people get nervous. I talk to a lot of the background especially, they would get very, very nervous. And I do understand there's a lot of pressure on a set. We got to talk a little bit about earlier, was set etiquette. And
set etiquette. Mm-hmm.
Set etiquette is a big deal. And I do get it. There's there's so much respect on a film set that it sometimes gets a little bit intimidating. And it definitely is. But be mindful and you'll be able to figure out when's a good time to talk to whoever you want to talk to.
Right.
And that's my advice. Please ask. Never be afraid to ask. I'm the kind of person, ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
And you will receive. Trust me. They actually misplaced me on the wrong part for Miss Marvel at the beginning, the first 2 takes. They put me in the wrong section, and I was killing it, and then I realized the camera's not on me like they said it was supposed to be. So I talked to somebody in between takes, and they're like, oh yeah, man, my bad, you're on the wrong part. So they moved me in the right section. Because I did that, I got to meet the director, I got to talk to them, and they threw me a line, so.
There you go. Ask and you shall receive. Anything you can tell us about your time on the set of Spider-Man?
Oh, wow. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I have like little campfire stories for like all the sets. Spider-Man is going to be one phenomenal movie, first of all. That's it. Yeah, as from what all the rumors are talking, I say what happens online. And we're going to see once the movie comes out for sure. I can tell you one thing for sure, everybody was absolutely amazing. From every single role on there down to like security, people were awesome. I was very, very blessed to be able to work with Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jacob, Tony, all of them, some of the main in that movie.
Nice.
And this movie is going to be one that you will not forget. Wow, on that set, I got to do, it showed up, one of the scenes I did showed up on the trailer. And yes, it was on the trailer. You can actually see, if you pause at 1 minute and 16 seconds, you can see the little speckle of me in the back or left-hand corner in that scene. But, which I was like, oh yeah, I know that's me. You can't tell it's me in that one. But I know it's me because I did it. And that one scene, it's really funny because halfway through, they took everybody out of the set, and we were filming that scene in one really big, like, couple-story building. I think it was like a 3 or 4-story building. Took us all out, and they said the next part in that very scene was so top secret we couldn't even be in the building, which was kind of crazy. So I have my theories. I'm gonna respect the boundaries of the film industry and just say we're gonna watch it together. I am so excited for everyone to see, and even for myself, because at the end of the line, that could have been cut. I have no idea. We don't know until it comes out. We have no idea. Not even the main actors know until the movie comes out how it's gonna look.
Because I feel like a lot of people, for movies, they film things out of sequence, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no idea when it's gonna pop up and if it will pop up.
That part.
Oh God, I can tell you, you can find a ton of people talking about it online. A lot of the actors in other interviews talk about all the time how they had a bigger role, and then they end up not even being in the movie, period. They still get the credit, they still get the pay, which is awesome, and the experience, which is phenomenal.
But
it could be a bummer.
Don't even, but it sucks that you think you're gonna be in a movie and then you watch and you're like, oh.
But it's okay. Listen, like, honestly.
But you got paid.
And the experience. So,
there you go.
And how many people can say that they got to work on Spider-Man? You know, like, that's the way I look at it. I'm like, wow, like, I really was blessed to be able to be on the set.
Yeah.
And
that's
any
cool.
set for that matter. So, and I talk about it, I announce it. I'm like, hey, like, I'm in it, like, I'm doing this stuff. We'll see. I might not pop in. I don't know. But I know if you look at my IMDb, it'll be on there.
And
like,
that's
I got
what
the
matters.
credit.
As long as it's on your resume.
Absolutely.
And that's what counts. Yes. And you were there.
Yeah. So I got some, set photos and stuff that I was given. Of course, I was given.
Yeah.
That show proof that I was there for sure. If anybody would want to check that out.
Yeah. I believe you. I believe you were there. So, now, since you've been in the film industry, are there any key movies that you would suggest to people to watch that was helpful for you?
Okay, a little bit of a difficult one because I've never been able to choose favorites. It's always been something I struggled with growing up. Now, what I will say is watch things that give you a new perception, a new perspective, and develop your knowledge a little bit for whatever the case may be. And sometimes just watch it for the story, point blank, period. Some of my favorite stuff, I love watching anything Christopher Nolan made. Martin Scorsese is a great director as well. Steven Spielberg, of course. Given. I love it. I love the stuff, and I'm a big fan. I really am. Aside from watching anything Marvel-based, Star Wars-based, Disney-based, really, because I'm a big fanatic of any of that, I would say independent films, watch things like The Guilty with Jake Gyllenhaal, great movie. That one teaches you a lot about sound design, how important sound is for a movie.
Yeah.
How one movie can actually make you imagine something else in your brain. I know that sounds a little bit weird, a little bit difficult. You have to see the movie itself to understand, because any plot point I give away or say, it will give away the rest of the movie.
Okay.
Other movies that I'm a big fan of, I love any movie by Tom Hanks. I love movies by Will Smith. The Pursuit of Happiness, I love that movie.
Yes.
Robin Williams, I know.
Love it.
Literally such a fan. Good Will Hunting is another big movie of mine I love.
Yeah.
And then sound design again, with soundtracks, Interstellar, it just goes crazy.
Yeah.
It goes insane.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
And if you're on a series to watch, Westworld on HBO Max. I definitely recommend that one.
Okay.
That's the kind of stuff that I would see myself in as well. Or even Outer Banks, if you want to watch Outer Banks. That's another one.
Nice. Yeah. It's so funny. So you mentioned Tom Hanks. Toy Story at Disney.
Yeah.
So when the new Toy Story, the last one that came out, number 4, I worked production on that for Disney Broadcasting.
Wait, no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what?
I was there for Toy Story.
Look at her. Maybe she should be the movie star. What are you talking about? You should be in this seat.
And no, because the funny thing is, they were like, hey, somebody needs something on the set.
Okay.
Because, they did a whole new thing where they brought all the actors from the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around the corner in Toy Story Land.
Are y'all listening to this?
And I hear Tom Hanks' voice.
No
And when
way.
I tell you, I completely almost fell out. Because I was like, oh my God, that's Tom Hanks. It was ridiculous. And I walk in there and I almost fainted. Because he was, I turned the corner. When you cross over from, exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Backstage behind.
By Royal.
Yeah. He was there. And then they brought in this bus. So then we're just standing back there. I'm trying to play cool. Tom Hanks is over there just talking. Cool. There's a bus. The bus opens. You know who walks out? Keanu Reeves.
You're lying.
In slow motion.
What?
I swear, probably not. I don't know.
He always walks in slow motion.
But it was in slow motion to me, and he just walked out.
No, that's him as naturally.
So cool.
Yeah, he's naturally slow motion.
He literally came down, and he just walking across. I'm like,
oh my
hi,
God.
Keanu.
And then the tears.
I was, and my supervisor was like, play it cool, Ricki, play it cool. And I'm like, yep, it's only Keanu Reeves. It's fine.
Absolutely.
He's just right there.
It's fine.
But yeah, so that's my little brush with
that's
celebrity.
Cool. Wait, that's actually really cool. I really hope to meet him and Tom Hanks one day. I would hope to work with them one day.
Oh,
that's my biggest
thing. Work with Tom Hanks.
Gosh, that's a dream for sure.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how you say it like that because I'm not once a fanboy over anybody really.
Yeah.
And
until you meet them.
And then, right. It's Tom Holland was the only one that I was kind of oh snap, I'm in the same. I'm working with the kid.
I would have met Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya. Ooh,
Zendaya
let me tell
is
you.
everything.
Ha.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I watched what's the one on HBO?
Euphoria.
Show?
I love Euphoria.
That was so good, and I did not see her playing that. And when I watched it, I was like, this is really good. I like her range. She's really good.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, really incredibly so talented woman. She's really in it. I love her. I love everything she does.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it's funny you say that like that because I had a moment too, even on set where I was like, bro, keep it cool.
Right.
There was one moment where he accidentally he bumped me. And in the middle of the scene, in the middle of the scene, and he started apologizing to me, and I was like, I didn't actually get to say it, because I was just so flustered, but in my mind I was like, no, bro, if you want, push me, I don't care, I'll roll over, I'll do something for the scene, that's okay, that's cool.
I'm like, oh.
I'm all dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. That's fine, man. And I just thought it was so humbling for him, and so cool to see, because I'm like, wow, at the end of the day, we're all just people. We're all just people, and we're all just having a good time and having fun doing it. And that to me was so cool to see. I was like, wow, all right, you're actually a human being. It's a.
That's
yeah,
right.
I'm so used to seeing them behind the screen, but these are all real people,
Right, doing the same thing you're doing.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I have a fan question for you.
Oh.
You ready?
Okay, let's hear it.
Pop-Tarts. Why Pop-Tarts?
So, Pop-Tarts. Let's discuss. The best one, strawberry. After that, strawberry milkshake. And why? Because it gives you all the energy you need. Forget caffeine. Forget coffee. You don't need that in your life. No, Pop-Tarts. This is not sponsored by Pop-Tarts.
But it could be.
It could be. But it could be.
You need to start tagging Pop-Tarts.
On everything.
On everything. And get you a commercial. I'm not playing.
Yeah, no, for real. It's one of those things that actually at the sports complex over at ESPN, they know me. You guys know me all as Pop-Tart. It's because I'm such a hype man for all these events. And I used to tell everybody, where do you get all this? When they ask me, where do you get this energy from? I just kind of said Pop-Tart the first time, because that's what I had that morning. That's all I had time for, because I couldn't eat a breakfast burrito, some eggs, and I couldn't. And
I get it.
I just had to go in, go out. That's all I had. So that kind of stuck with me. I ran with that story.
So how do you feel about being a Latino in the film industry? Is it different for you? Like, what's your experience so far?
Well, so far, I will say, first and foremost, I'm very honored and very, very blessed to be Latino, I think, in my opinion. I'm Puerto Rican Dominican, split halfway through. And I think that Hollywood is trying to kind of come up with a little bit more of a diverse group, especially when it comes to Latins and just people of color in general. But we have a lot of work to do, definitely a lot of work to do. But I think for sure, it's been a time. It is a little bit difficult finding these roles, especially being Latino. You know, it's a little bit difficult, but I'm hoping that moving forward, we, as a whole, as a community, can be a little bit more put out there. We can be more represented a little bit more. So that's my big hopes and dreams when it comes to that. I hope I can be a big part of that.
Right.
I definitely want to be a big push to give other Latinos and other people, of anybody of color, opportunities on screen. So that's really my outtake on that. But you know, it is. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little bit difficult.
For me, being behind the scenes, and sometimes I'm the only woman on the production team. Sometimes I'm the only black person on production team. So like, even in my industry, being behind, you're in front, it's sparse behind the scenes too. Like going to California and going to, like, I went on The Price is Right and the James Corbin show. It's awesome. Mostly like male.
Yeah.
White male.
It is, and it's the truth. That's the demographic. That is what. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And even behind
the scenes, like females, we're doing like different things. It's not production stuff. It's maybe one or two females. Period. Women of color, that's hard.
That's tough. That's
hard.
Even harder. Like I see more rare than anything else.
Yeah.
Like
so, I mean, definitely when I start my production company, I want like a women-based company, but also women of color.
That's awesome.
That's what I really want to do, because I want more women to know, hey, you can do this. Like, it's not just for men. It's fun. It's a lot of work. You do have to have some lifting that you have to do, but for me, it's fun. So, and I want to get more girls, women into the production and learning that they can do it.
That's the thing, and I want, especially at a young age, I would hope, I know for sure, like based off of what you told me, that's a big aspiration of ours, that I would hope that kids growing up can look at this and be like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can like, right now, I'm really proud of what the Asian community is doing right now. Mm-hmm. With their side, like they're really coming together, especially when Crazy Rich Asians came out, and
now, good movie.
Phenomenal movie.
Good movie.
And then Shang-Chi coming out, like all this, they come together, like, and it is something that I am so proud of, and like it's something that I am absolutely astonished with the way everyone came together and be like, no matter what, no matter where you come from, and no matter what side of Asia or what, wherever you come from. Within their ethnicity, they all just banded together. And that's what I really hope out of the Latino community too. That I hope that, because I know everyone's very prideful from where they're from, and absolutely, like, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I hope that until we get to that point where everybody can get their own piece, just getting our piece is hard as it is. So when we get that chance, that opportunity, we need to all come together. We need to all be all for and support one another. Mm-hmm. That's a really big part of it all, because we can't expect to jump from 1 to 5. You have to go to 2, 3, 4, and then you will make it there. So it's building blocks, it's steps.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping that come the future, that's the case, and everybody can just come together, and eventually we'll all eat. All eat.
Yeah. And we just got to let them know, hey, you can come eat, and you can, because I've seen a lot of people do well, female or male, do, hey, this character was supposed to be male, but they made it female because of the person, or it was supposed to be female and they made male. So now how about we make this person white or black or Latino or Asian? Just because it was written for a white person, does it have to be a white person?
Right. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Emanuel Perez, and we are becoming a movie star with Ricki.
Wait, I'm becoming.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
I said becoming a movie star. It's okay.